Have you heard that song before? If you're playing a function band, the answer will be a resounding yes, because this is one of the most commonly played songs on function gigs, to the point where a lot of musicians resent playing it. Let's dive straight into it. Just a warning, once you learn how to play this song, you'll be bound to play it forever.
Every function gig you ever play.
Also note this song is down-tuned. They down-tune one semitone. I haven't done that with this guitar because I'm guessing most of you watching this will probably be tuned to standard tuning. Plus, also if you're on a function gig, you're probably going to have a standard tuned guitar and not want to bring a separately tuned guitar just for one song. So I'm going to keep this one in standard. Let's get straight into it. So this is the main riff. This is the bit that starts off the whole song. It's also the bit that happens through the verse. What's going on here? So we've got this beginning bit here, and you'll see immediately that this is a bit of a pain to play in terms of the fingers you use. We've got this chord here, which is essentially a D add 9 chord. The shape is this. What you will need to know are the shapes you're going to play for this section, and also the picking pattern, which recurs throughout a couple of sections of this song. So let's start here. So we got our middle finger playing the A string at the 17th fret, which is our D. First string is going to be playing the 16th fret on the D string. The little finger is going to be playing the G string at the 19th fret. And this is where the pain comes in. Your third finger is going to be playing the B string at the 17th fret. So if you've played some jazz chords, you might have played the major 9 chord. It's basically that, but your major 7 of your little finger is going to be upper fret to the root. We're also going to be playing the open E string, the open high E string. So let's talk about the picking. So we're going to keep this shape for this first part of this song. First 4 notes. So we're basically going to be going from the A string down to the D string, to the G string, and then back up to the D string. So just consecutive strings and back up again. The next 4 notes, we're going to hold this shape with our left hand, and we're going to jump all the way down to the high E string, and basically start from that string and play the next 4 strings going up. Yes, that's 8 notes. So this last note, we're going to replace with the open D string. So we're just going to take these 2 fingers off for that last note. So we get this. Almost sounds a little bit messy, but it actually works. Then we move on to the second chord. Basically, this shape will stay the same for the 3 different sections of this part we're going to do. And all that's changing is the bass note that we're playing with our middle finger at the moment. The bass note is going to move down a fret. Now, I find the best way to play that is to use your first finger. So it's going to have to play the note that it's currently playing, and also play that new root note. But the right hand is going to play exactly the same thing that it just played in the first section we did, including the open D string at the end. So you should get this. Yeah, again, if I leave it there, it sounds a bit messy because it's incomplete and it's not moving to the next section. You wouldn't hear that when you're actually playing it. So let's play both of those bits together. So the root note, currently on the 16th fret of the A string, is now going to move to the 15th fret of the low E string. So going from a D to a C sharp to a G. But the rest of the notes are going to be the same. So again, we're going to play exactly the same thing, but just with a different root note. We've got this new, sort of slightly new shape. But at the end of the second section, we're going to take these first 2 fingers off again. And for the third section, we're going to replace them here. So my first finger is on the low E string at the 17th fret. My middle finger is on the D string at the 16th fret. And you should get something like this. We play it. Well, actually, this bit gets played twice. The open D at the end only happens at the end of the second time round. So you should get this. First time I've left my fingers in place. Second time round. Let's see if we can put all of that together. And yes, my fingers are aching at this point. So good luck to you all when you learn this. Which leads us on to the pre-chorus. So the pre-chorus, we're going to move down to this area here. So we have this shape where our first finger is on the B string at the 5th fret, and our little finger is on the G string at the 7th fret. And these two fingers are going to stay here. Well, these two notes are going to be played for the whole of this section. These notes are going to stay the same. We've got everything from the D string down. And what's changing is the root note. So our first root note is going to be a B, which I'm going to play with my 3rd finger on the low E string at the 7th fret. And it's the same picking pattern as the intro that we just did, the intro which is also the verse. And we're going to play it twice. Then our bass note is going to change. Everything else will remain the same. Our bass note is going to be an A note. And the easiest way to do that is to play the open A string, which gives your hand a little bit of relief. But again, we play it in the same way that we played the intro, the same picking pattern. Only thing is the root note has now moved to the open A string, but everything else remains the same. And again, we play that twice. And then the last one, which gets played, I think, 4 times, is, again, the same notes, but our root note is now going to move to this G here, which means that we'll have to take that first finger that we had here to reach there, and we'll have to replace this with our... You can either use your middle finger or your 3rd finger, whichever you find easier. And as I said, that goes around 4 times. So what you might want to do when you're playing the second one with the open A root note is to replace your first finger with your middle finger, which might seem like it's making it harder, which I guess it is, but the trade-off is that it's making it easier for when you go to the G. So it'll be up to you to figure out basically which is the lesser of 2 evils for you. But let's see if we can put all of that together. So the B section was the B minor chord to an A to a G. The B minor and the A are played round twice, and the G is played round 4 times. So let's see if we can put that all together. And then it goes around again, and that is the pre-chorus. If that is too much of a stretch, because that is quite a big stretch, not only lengthways along the neck of the guitar, but also widthways across the width of the guitar, what you could do, I did actually come up with an easy way of playing this, which is... So what's happening there is I'm replacing this low G with this open G. So there's a little bit of movement going on with the other fingers, but it is actually easy to play. Doesn't sound as good in my opinion, but if you have to learn this soon, or if you're just having trouble playing with the big stretch, this might be a way for you to play it until you get the big stretch, or maybe you actually prefer this one. I don't know. So what's happening here? I'm playing the open G string. I'm basically playing the same as what I did with the stretch, but I'm just starting on the G string. Those will be the first 2 notes, the open G and the open D. So if I have my fingers in place, I'm going to take my little finger off and then immediately put it back again. And by that point, we're back into the normal flow of the section. And then, so the open G and the open D. Put the little finger back, and then G and the D string again. The last 4 notes, high E string, going up 4 strings. So you get this. And if you do decide to do that version live, hopefully the bass player will be able to cover your low G, and it will fill in that low gap that's missing. All right, onto the chorus. My shape is already there. All I need to do is to take that shape that I've already got with these 2 fingers, with the middle finger and the little finger, move down to the 7th fret, and so I have a TS8 here. So I end up using my T-Rex Moller. There is Mr. Brightside by The Killers. Let me know what you think below. Let me know how you got on with the song. And let me know if there's any other songs you want to learn to play, or even just generally any content you might want to see. The Perfunctionist YouTube channel is still pretty young, or still growing, so any content ideas that you have, anything you want to see, let me know, and I may make a video out of it. Until then, hope you're all well, and I will see you in the next video.